Hey guys, I have a really fun video this week. Some of my favorite stuff is in this video. First, we're gonna start with a little sketchbook haul. Then I'm gonna go over a lot of the sketchbooks that I have, so it's kind of like a review so you can see if there are any that might work well for you. And then third, we're gonna start one of the new sketchbooks that I got together and maybe do a time drawing exercise because some people said that they would enjoy that. So first, I just got this today. So I'm gonna open it in a minute. Maybe last week or so, I got these two. And when I show you all the sketchbooks I have, you will see that I don't need more sketchbooks. However, I got these on Amazon, and sometimes if you look around, you can find different sellers selling them a little bit cheaper, like certain colors or certain sizes. So this little 3.5 by 5.5 one was $6 something. So that was a good deal. So I got that. This color for about a 5 by 8 size was about $9. Usually they're a few dollars more than that. So, and then today I got this in the mail. Another sketchbook. So this one was $7.30 or something. It's the same size as this one. They're a really cute size, and I like this color better. It's a really pretty color. Even though it was like $1 more maybe than this one, it was still a good price. I couldn't resist the color, so I went ahead and got that. And the other thing I got was this, a digital timer. And so because I got the digital timer, I posted a question as to whether you guys would want to see some timed drawing exercises, and people seemed interested. So we can try this out together. It comes with a little manual, and then it comes with 2 timers, and they come in different colors. So I don't know what that is, but I'm going to read the instructions and figure out how these work. I think it was about either $6 or $7, maybe $6.99, $6 something for 2 of these. And there were some somewhat cheaper ones, or ones where you could get 4 in a pack, but I didn't need that many. Oh, okay, now it's on. So anyways, I'm not gonna waste time on camera figuring it out, but like I said, part 3 of the video will be a time drawing exercise using one of these together. Stay tuned for that part for sure. So that's all my new sketchbooks. Let's set them aside over to the side, and then I will show you why I don't need more sketchbooks. First, I'll show you some ones that I haven't even started yet, that are waiting to get started. And it's these 2 Strathmore hardcover. They're both mixed media. One is 8.5 by 11, and the other one is 11 by 14. So these are huge, and that's probably why I hadn't started them before, because these are really nice. Now, I did get them a while ago on a really good deal. It was back when Blick was having their back to school sale one year, and these were really cheap. So, but then I was kind of intimidated by the fact that they're really nice journals and they're so big, so I kind of put off using them. It has 90-pound paper, 190 GSM, and this one's 64 pages, and the bigger one is 48 pages. And I know I love the paper here because I've used these types of sketchbooks before. It's actually 100% cotton paper, 500 series, and it's mixed media, so it's relatively smooth, although it's got a bit of a tooth to it, so I would equate it to hot press watercolor paper. That's kind of on the thin side. Thinner sort of watercolor paper. So these 2 are waiting to be used. And another one that's waiting to be used that I opened, but I haven't started yet, and I don't have it with me because it's so huge. It's A3. The size is A3, which is almost 12 inches by 16.5 inches. And it's got 96 pages, so it's got a ton of pages. It's huge. Yes. 165 GSM paper, 111 pounds, and it's the art collection. So it's not watercolor paper. The paper in it is pretty similar, actually, to this paper. Actually, is it? This is 140 GSM, and this is 165, and this is 94 pounds, and this is 111 pounds. So this moleskin paper is going to be a little bit thicker and a little bit stronger and better, hopefully, which is good because the papers are so huge that they would need to hold up well to things. Again, I got this on a really good deal. Sometimes it's like $40, $50, whatever. I got it when it was on Amazon for $26. So like I said, just keep an eye out for different deals on different websites. This is the other one that I haven't opened yet. It's also, I've been putting it off because it's 100% cotton watercolor paper, so I haven't cracked it open yet. It's only got 24 sheets, so it's not going to take long to fill up. But I have noticed that sketchbooks with nicer paper or just nicer quality, or that seem more like expensive, whatever, are a little bit more intimidating, so I tend to kind of put off using them. So cheap sketchbooks for the win, yay. Now all the other sketchbooks I have been started on already. This is my new sketchbook pile. I have one, then this moleskin tooth. So it's 4 sketchbooks ready to go, and now I have 3 of these, and then I have some in reserve for another sketchbook that I'll show you in a minute. So this sketchbook I started some time ago, but I haven't finished it, but it's got really nice paper, and I do have 1 or 2 more of these because they stopped carrying them, so they were being clearanced out. So when I saw them on clearance and it's got such nice paper, I went ahead and picked them up. This is the mixed media paper, 140 pound, and this is the 400 series, so I don't think it's not 100% cotton, but the paper is like super thick and does great with watercolor, acrylics, with everything. This is like a much older sketchbook. This is from 2015. These are from 2015. So it's, and then I stopped using it, I think because the paper was nice, or maybe I didn't like, yeah, so it's got like a few more pages, but it's only 22 sheets, so they're not that huge to begin with. And like I said, I have a couple more of these. Now these are all the other ring bound sketchbooks, and I have another one of these, I think, somewhere. This one is finished. I have another one I'm like in the middle of. This one is pretty old as well. Like, let me find some. Like, this self-portrait is from 1995. So it's like super ancient. So this one is actually completed, but I have another one I'm in the middle of. And these are great because the paper is actually pretty good for pencils, colored pencils, oil pastels, whatever. And it holds up well, and these are pretty cheap. Then I have this nice toned gray one. Let me see. It's only got the one thing in here, but I've made a couple other pages in there that I had already torn out, and I think either sold, sent along as gifts with, like if somebody bought like Canvas originals, then I would like send a free drawing from this book and from this book. Yeah, like this is 50 sheets, but this feels a lot thinner because I was tearing them out and sending them along as well. There's some kind of drawing challenge where we were doing cartoons or something. Yeah, like different movies or cartoons or whatever. And then, yeah, actually a bunch of those got sold, so they're all gone. Well, so that one's that. And then I have this one, just for ideas and stuff like that. Like I said, the paper in these is pretty nice, and it is kind of convenient to be able to just flip it open and go like, you know, just with the ring bound. But this I keep more for like ideas and random sketches. So I would definitely recommend those. And this one is the visual journal. I think these are all still available for sale. This is the watercolor one. And then what I did, when I was collecting all the different watercolors, I went through and I did the same drawing following like a Lindsay the Frugal Crafter tutorial. Oh, I have a blank sheet left. I could use one of the new watercolors that I have for it. And I did the same thing for all of them, just trying out the different watercolors. So that was pretty fun. So then I could kind of compare the different watercolor brands and see which one came out better. Like this is Daniel Smith, and I feel like you can see it's like better quality or something. Like certain ones just look much better, even though I followed the tutorial and did the exact same stuff. So yeah, the Daniel Smith ones are nice. Which ones did I? The other ones are just not. This is Core. That came out pretty nice. I like that. M. Graham was nice. I had like a little sample of them. So anyway, so that's what I did with that one and filled it up. And I would say the watercolor paper in here is pretty nice. So even though these are cheap, I think I might have gotten this one for like $5 or something. It's quality paper. And to go along with that, I have another Strathmore watercolor paper. This one is also filled up. Oh, and I did the same thing here. I used the different, this is a Gallo, this is Core, Kremer, Schminke. So I used the different watercolors, but again, the paper is really nice. This is 400 series. Well, let's compare it so you guys can see. So this doesn't say what series this is, but yeah, it just says 400 series watercolor paper, and it doesn't give details on how thick it is, so I can't really compare them. But I really like this book. So if you want like a hardcover watercolor journal, this one is nice. Paper on the front and the back is different. Like some sides are more textured, and then One side is smoother and one side is more textured. So be aware of that, but if that doesn't bother you, then great. So one side is more cold press and the back side is more hot press. So these are both Strathmore. In fact, all the journals, all of these that I've shown you, including those mixed media new ones, are all Strathmore. I really like Strathmore, so that's why I haven't tried Canson, just because I've been using Strathmore instead. And Strathmore is pretty easy for me to get either at Blick, Amazon, and also Joann and Kohl's sell them, so I can pick them up in person. Since we're doing Strathmore, here's another Strathmore, and here's another Strathmore. These are both Strathmore. This one is finished. And for all the finished ones, I have flip-throughs on my channel, and then I made a playlist for all of them. So if you guys go into my sketchbook flip playlist, you can see all of these. So this is a Strathmore 500 series. So this is the mixed media 100% cotton paper, and this is, I just started, also the 500 series. So this is also the 100% mixed media paper. And as you can see, watercolors do pretty well on it. So it can take watercolors, it can take acrylics, it can take anything. Like you can see here when we were doing all the swatching and stuff, like nothing goes through. So if you want mixed media paper where you can use all your different mediums, I definitely recommend the Strathmore mixed media sketchbooks. I love them. I love these too, and they're like a cheaper option. So that's why now I have a few of the Strathmore ones ready to go, and then a few of these ones ready to go. And that's kind of what I've been sticking with for the time being, just because, you know, they're all really great. And I'm just leaving these here because, like, I love the fact that there are different colors for the covers. Then I have a couple of these. This is the Fabriano, and this was a great sketchbook. It's got like a lot of notes for some reason. I don't know. Let me see. Just had a lot of it had a lot of doodles. This is also from 2015, and I think I actually have a video sketching this live, a time lapse from 2015 on YouTube. And then there's like a ton of notes. Oh, I think I was keeping it as like an art journal. So I was doing notes on writing, because I do creative writing as well, and I was doing art in here. This is a Canson. Oh, I do have a Canson one. So this is a Canson one. It's got okay-ish paper. It's pretty thin paper actually. So you can see like this I just used ballpoint pen, and it basically went through the page. You can see that it definitely, there's a lot of ghosting, like you can see the whole thing, but then it also kind of soaks through the paper. So I might keep it just one-sided and have it, it's like my little red sketchbook, just red medium. Then I have this watercolor journal. This is the Pentalic watercolor journal, and I really like this one. It's got really nice paper. It's very thick and absorbent, and I don't have a lot of pages left. I literally just have a couple pages left to finish it up. So I could finish it in like one evening, right? But I'm like holding off finishing it off because it's so sentimental, because my kids got it for me for one of my birthdays. So I haven't like wanted to finish it. So it's just like laying around, and I'm like saving the last few pages for like special paintings. I don't know. Do you guys do that too? Do you have like sketchbooks you just hold off on finishing because they're too precious to like finally be done with? Like, I don't want to be done with it. I like having it. Like, I don't want it to be done. But I know that doesn't make any sense, because even when I'm done, I'm still gonna have it. It's just gonna be on a shelf. But I don't know. I don't know if you know what I mean. So it's got like a little pen loop. It's got a bookmark that says Pentalic on it. So it's really cute. I like this one. Yeah, this is a nice, good quality one, Pentalic watercolor journal. In case you guys are looking for a watercolor journal. Speaking of watercolor journals, this is the Tumu Arta. Tumu Arta. It's got a little pocket on the back. The paper is actually really nice, and it's not super thick, but it's really nice. It's got a decent amount of pages. It's cute and square. It's not 100% cotton, but I wasn't doing anything where I would need it to be 100% cotton, because I just basically splashed some paint down and then just went in with a pen and like drew that. So, but let me see. But even like thicker washes, it took really well, and watercolors granulated on it really nicely. There you go. Yeah, so I would say it's like good quality paper. I like this one. And this one's finished, so I have a flip through of that. This one is Hahnemühle, and this is not the 100% cotton one. This is the basic paper one, and the paper is okay, but it's not very good quality paper, which for travel is actually nice because it's very lightweight because the paper is kind of on the thinner side. I drew some pins, actually. These are pins. So it's okay. I just use it for travel because it is kind of like, it's nice. It's a decent size. So if you're not particularly looking for super high quality paper, you just want to be able to use different mediums and paper that can take water, then this is, you know, not a bad bet. But if you want really good paper, I would say try the Hahnemühle 100% cotton paper. I don't have that sketchbook. It was pretty expensive, but I'm assuming it would be much better quality paper than what this has. Then I have this Artway sketchbook. Like, this is leather. I got this really cheap. This color, for whatever reason, they were clearancing it out on Amazon, and it was like maybe a few dollars, I forget. And it's leather. It had a bookmark, but I took it out. I'm not crazy about the paper. It's nice paper. It's very, very cream colored. It's like very off-white. If you're using acrylics, then it doesn't matter because you cover the whole page, right? It's not great for watercolor because the paper is kind of on the darker side. It does open relatively flat. I just found it doesn't work great for colored pencils, but it does work well for acrylics. So I might just save this for like acrylic pieces for this size. Yeah, I think for acrylics it was pretty nice, but for watercolors not so great. There we go. Yeah, like I said, Artway. Then you have like these basic, very sort of basic, like cartridge paper, basically printer paper inside, which is not great. So this gets saved for, it's not even super great for markers. It holds up okay with like things, so I don't know. I'm just not very excited about using it. Maybe it's the size or kind of how bulky it is. I did get this for free with like a purchase when I went to a Jerry's Artorama. That store is no longer there, but yeah, so it's good for like sketches or whatever. It's very thin paper. This is Moleskine watercolor paper, and it's a little travel album. I'm not crazy about this layout. I don't like the landscape sort of view, and I don't like how small it is. So that's why, actually I'm almost done with it too. So I don't have that much left. But it's good for like people who are laying down. It's good. It's good for that. Or I guess maybe it's good for landscapes, which is what it was designed for. The paper is okay. I like it better than the Hahnemühle watercolor paper, but I don't like this layout, so that's why I haven't gotten super far with it. Then I have two of these. These are both handbook journals. This is about 5.5 by 5.5. Yeah, I think. And this is another art creation one, so I'll put that over there. But anyways, so this one is not finished, and I don't really want to show it because it's got like new drawings, and I don't know, YouTube doesn't seem to appreciate that, but it's got, I'm like a quarter of the way through, and the paper was actually holding up not too bad to all sorts of mediums, even though it is pretty thin. But here when I used it, when I really was trying to use all sorts of mediums in it, it wasn't doing super great. So then I kind of got frustrated and stuck mostly to like neocolors and pencils, and then towards the end I just used pens and ink because I was doing Inktober. And I have a flip through of this one. So then after these two, I haven't bought any more of that brand. I decided to stick with the Art Creations instead because I like the paper in Art Creations better. Like this one's also kind of tan paper, cream, off-white, whatever you want to call it. So it's also not white, and it's not quite as good. Like this paper is definitely more my preference. This is the only Stillman and Byrne sketchbook I have. Again, the paper was, I got frustrated with it for whatever reason. It was holding up well to acrylics, but I didn't really like colored pencils on it. So then I finished it off with mostly ink and pen. So it's Stillman and Byrne Alpha Series, which is not meant for wet medium. So I can't really blame it for not holding up super well with, you know, watercolors or whatever. But again, I wasn't crazy about this landscape layout, although I had fun with it when I was doing like the longer girls, right? So that was fun. But again, I don't really like this landscape view. In my defense, these are usually closer to $20, and it was on sale on Amazon just for whatever reason for like $8 or $6 or whatever. So I went ahead and bought it. When you get them like really cheap, it's actually nice because first of all, obviously you're saving money, but then second of all, you're not going to be too precious about about it because you're like, oh, it wasn't that expensive, whatever, let's just fill it up and be done with it, you know? So it kind of has a double benefit if you can find them on sale or for a good deal. Then for dilutions through Ranger, I only have the black one, so I can't really compare it to the usual one, but people seem to like the kind of the cream colored one as well. But this one seems like it has nice thick paper. It held up well with acrylics, so that will be interesting. I just haven't done much with it because the paper is black, so it's definitely like a departure from the norm, but I'll have to give it a go later. And now that brings me down to these two. This is an Art Creation little square one, and I had gotten this for about $4 back when Joanne carried them, and Joanne had sometimes you can get really good deals if you're willing to go there and like you buy online but pick up in store, they give you an extra discount. These two I had gotten like really cheap. This was like literally $4. I forget how much this one was, but it's the 8.5-ish by 11 type size, or 8.5 by 11.5. So it's huge, and this was also super cheap. And I have a flip through of this one on my channel already, so you can see that. The paper is really nice. I don't know, it does buckle under anything wet. So if you use watercolors, if you use acrylics, if you use gouache, it buckles. If you use watercolors, that's kind of the roughest because it's the most water. But all it does is buckle, and then it just kind of stays buckled. But you can still use both sides if you want to. Like these little ones are going to be good because I'm probably going to be using it to kind of map out ideas for like larger paintings. So I'm probably going to use just like pencils and pens and not too much water media in these, or maybe gouache, but you don't need that much water with those either. And then this big one, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just about finished. I have maybe a handful of pages left that I want to do, but otherwise it's done. The whole thing is finished. Like I said, there's just a couple pages in the middle that I still need to finish up. So definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to see a flip through of this one. It's going to be coming either next week or the week after. We'll see. There might be another video I do before I do a flip through of this one. But yeah, but it's definitely coming in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful in terms of different sketchbooks that are available out there, some ideas of what you might want to buy and maybe how to find good deals. If you have questions about any of the sketchbooks I've shown, definitely let me know, and I'll be happy to, you know, either answer your questions or even do another video. So stay tuned then for the next part, which is going to be starting one of these with one of these. Oh, look at how pretty. It's like so artistic. Ta-da! It's like a little artistic sort of setup right there. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do a couple timed drawing exercises, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then that will be it for the video. Hey guys, I'm back. It's the next day, and I figured out how to use this thing. And there's one thing I forgot to mention yesterday. For pages there I want to protect from, you know, smushing against each other, like that have pencils or pastels on them, I use this tracing paper. I also have glassine paper, but it's a lot more expensive. This tracing paper is very thin, so it doesn't add bulk to the sketchbooks, and you can kind of cut it down to whatever size you need. So it's been perfect for the like 8.5 by 11 sketchbook. It's 8.25 by 11.75, and it's 75 sheets, and it's only 50 GSM. So it's been working really well. You get a lot, and it's not very expensive. And then the next thing we were gonna do was some timed exercises. Basically, you just turn it on here, and you can have a mute mode, and then there's an alarm mode. Now, I'm not an expert because I didn't bother reading the instructions. I just kind of played around with it. But basically, this kind of sets a timer, and then you can stop it and then clear it by pressing both buttons. And then if you want to do a timer that's a countdown clock, then you can set it by minutes or seconds. So if we wanted to do a 1-minute time drawing exercise, you just press that once and you get 1 minute. So that's that. So we'll open one of these. I haven't decided which one yet, actually. And then the other thing I was thinking is I have this color cube. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I had gotten a set of 2 of these for Christmas, I think, this past Christmas. And I opened one of them, and it ended up being box number 2. So this is box number 1, and I'd never gotten around to opening it. I'd actually been using box number 2. I've been using box number 2 a fair amount, so I did want to open box number 1 and start using it as well. It's actually been fun for like doing scrapbook challenges where you challenge yourself to use the color palette. But they are also images that are royalty free. So we're gonna see if we can find something that we wanna do the time drawing exercise for. So this is the first box. Yep, see, box number 1. And then let's see how they go. Now they're in there very tight. And one tip I have, what I've been doing is I take this first page. So in box number 2, I took this first page and I put like a sticky note, like I cut it down and I put a sticky note there, like, and taped it kind of over both edges. So it acts almost as a tab. So when I go through this, I flip through this and I find one that I like and I take it out. I put this in its place so that when it's time to go put it back, it's already there and I don't have to like search for it for a gazillion hours. So that's been convenient. So I'm definitely gonna do the same with box number 1. And then, okay, this is how it closes. This is the front. So we wanna do the sticker to denote that it's box number 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and start using it. It's not perfect, but hey, it's good enough. We can see that it's box number 1. Okay, so let's take a look at it together. Let's just take a bunch out from the front so then we know, then it's easy to put it back. And then on the back, it has the colors in case, you know, so when I draw, a lot of times I'm drawing kind of not in the best lighting because I'm on the couch watching TV and doing my sketchbook at the same time in the evening, so the lighting is a little bit dim. So sometimes it's nice to be able to like look on the back and see, does it say black? Does it say navy blue? Does it say, you know, that it's some kind of dark purple? Like sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell what the colors are, so it's nice to have the names. So, and I felt like it was appropriate to share this in this video because this video is all about sketchbooks, and these I've been using for sketchbooks. For like finished paintings, I'm gonna, you know, like use a lot of colors, do my own color palette, whatever. But for sketchbooks, it's sometimes nice to have like a limited color palette that's already chosen for you, because then it does act as a challenge and kind of gives you a springboard for some drawing exercises or whatever. And usually I already have the drawing done, and then I'll go and find a color palette for it. Like I don't start with this and then do a drawing that goes along with it. I do the drawing first and then I find a color palette and then I make myself use it. So then it's even more of a challenge. So I like the color palettes in box 1 better, I think. The palettes in number 2 were kind of more uniform. There were a lot of like beiges and browns and very kind of monotone palettes, which, you know, is great sometimes too, to make yourself use a monotone palette. But I like the greater variability in this box so far. I haven't gone through the whole box, and you know, I don't necessarily want to spoil it. The other reason I purchased the box version, I know there are books, there are like other options out there, there's digital, you know, palettes. I have a Pinterest and I have a bunch of palettes pinned there, but I like having it on a paper because when I'm sketching or drawing on the couch, it's convenient to just have it like right in the sketchbook or right by you, just on a piece of paper. It's just a lot easier that way. So these are the 2 I found that I think would be nice to kind of maybe do the timed sketching and see what we get. So this one is the winner. We're gonna start with this sketchbook first because it's already opened. It already had a crack in the wrap. It's got like a leathery sort of feel to it. It's kind of like the shiny big one that I have. So let's see. Oh, it's so cute. Look at how adorable. Very nice. It's adorable, and it's going to be easy to do like 2-page spreads because it does open pretty flat. Obviously there's no pocket in the back, but I actually don't mind that because the pockets sometimes kind of are bulky or stick out. So, and I like how the ribbon bookmark always matches the cover. Like it's really cute that way. So, oh, that page is not very good. They're kind of stuck together. So this is going to be a good page for swatching. So this is basically the first page where we start. And just as a disclaimer, I've actually never, let me see, so you guys should be able to see the timer too. I've actually never done a timed drawing exercise before. And I'm gonna let the clock run out for 2 minutes so that you guys can follow along. And maybe we'll do one 1 minute and one 2 minute. And I'm actually curious to see how much I can get done in 1 minute and 2 minutes, because I've never done timed drawing exercises, so I don't know how fast or how slow it feels to do something like that. I have some markers here, and then I have colored pencils, and I have Neocolors. So let me prepare some colors. I wish I had my Tombows, but they're in a place where I can't get them right now, aka my daughter's room, who's still napping, or I mean sleeping in, and she never returned them after borrowing them. So we're gonna do the Pitt Artist pens instead. So I have colored pencils, Neocolors, markers. I have this, I have the picture, so that, like I said, you guys can follow along. Here's the picture, if you guys want to draw with me. And also let me know if you guys want to do any more draw with me things. I know some people do those on like their Patreon, but I don't have a Patreon, so I can just do them, you know, on my YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. And I can always do a live stream too. I used to do live streams a lot, so I can always do another one of those if you want. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see both, but now I can't see it that good. Hold on. I think that now everybody can see everything. So let me get ready, because I'm kind of nervous now because I've never done this. So let me try. This is my first time trying these pencils too, because I keep them here for like professional stuff, so I haven't really used them because I don't want to quote unquote waste them. I've been using my Prismacolors mostly. So we're going to start with that one, and we're going to do it. Should we do it for 1 minute? Green. I can't even find the green. That is not the right green, but I don't really know these pencils. That's what we get. And then we got, oh no, I did it wrong. Oh, I didn't press start. Okay, that got ruined. Hold on. Okay, now we have this baseline. So let's pretend that was 1 minute. We'll do the 1 minute timer. You guys are gonna have to forgive me for that one. I mean, that's just, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. All right, 1 minute starting now. Oh, wow. That was really fast. I don't know what I would have actually gotten done in, like, if I actually had only 1 minute to do all these. That was not a lot of time, guys. These time drawing exercises really kind of are a very interesting exercise, actually. And I think you can learn a lot about, it forces you to really kind of like not be precious, but also like really prioritize. Like, what are the most important things you have to get down for it to kind of make sense? All right, well, we're gonna leave it at, I don't know, I'll call it 2 minutes. 2 minutes, because I was gonna say we messed up in the beginning, but fine. I messed up in the beginning. You guys didn't mess up. You guys were fine. I was the problem. So let's do one more. And I guess let's give ourselves 2 minutes again, because I don't know what I can actually get done in 1 minute. I'll be honest with you. I am not a very fast drawer. I'm actually a very slow drawer. I draw very slowly. So, okay. That's why I've been so obsessed with my other sketchbook, with finding ways to make paintings, but a lot faster, because usually I'm very slow. So I feel like I want to learn how to like be faster about it too, and be more loose. So that's one of the things I've been practicing in that bigger sketchbook that I'm going to do a flip through very soon. And sometimes I succeeded with that, and sometimes not. Sometimes it would still take me a few days or a few evenings to get a sketchbook done. All right, so should we do one more 2-minute one, and then, you know, we'll call it a day. And if you guys enjoyed that, just let me know, and I can certainly do more videos with this timed sort of thing, where you guys can see the picture and you guys can see the clock and you guys can follow along. And I can also post in my community tab when I'm going to be doing one of these and what supplies I'd recommend. But obviously, you know, it's mixed media, so you can feel free to use whatever you prefer. So let's see. I really picked the wrong color last time. Really picked the wrong green. Although, I don't know, was it yeah, it was the wrong green. This is a lot more green. I just saw green and I pulled it. And like I said, I don't know these pencils. So that was what I ended up with. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the right green right now. I'd say this is about, it's not perfect. This might be more it. And here, we can always look on the back too and see which one is the most. So this one fits better, this light green color. Let's do another wonky sort of page, and then, you know what, I might pick, I'm cheating. I know I'm cheating. I'm picking the colors in advance because I just can't. There's so many pencils. It's the 76 pencil set, and I can't even like figure it out when I'm just looking at it. So I'm sorry, but I'm picking the colors in advance. Let's do a nice bright red for the tomatoes, and then a brown. Where's the browns? See, this is what I'm saying. I can't even find the browns or the right browns. So let's see. Oh, it's actually not even brown. Should we do sepia? Let's do sepia, and let's do this French gray. Okay, that's good enough. I mean, we're only gonna have 2 minutes. We're not gonna have that much time to like do a perfect job by any means. Okay, are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're gonna start with the bread because it hangs off the plate. Oh, I think we went too big with the bread, but that's all right. At this point, we're just gonna keep going. And the rest of the plate is kind of okay to be out. There's like a leaf over there, and I wanna forget about making it. And then, so what do we cut? The tomatoes. And, I should have gotten this white thing for the, let's do the cheese first, then the tomatoes. Tomatoes, and then a bunch of leaves. Oh, I forgot the egg. Totally forgot about the egg. Hold on. And then a bunch of leaves. Wow, this is quite a mess. Oh, okay, well, that's as far as we got in 2 minutes. So that's in 2 minutes. What a disaster. I'm gonna need a lot more practice with these time drawing exercises. So if you guys want to practice along with me, let me know, because I think this can actually be like very useful for practice and studying and just getting good at drawing like random things without taking too much time. So you can like really get a lot more work done that way. Just wanted to make that kind of look more like that, and then let's fill the leaves in a little bit. I know it's cheating, but it's okay. I feel like you guys will forgive me. And you know what? You can like do a time drawing thing and then just, you know, go back in and like fix it up when you're done if you want. Because you're still getting the practice of it being like a time drawing exercise because you're doing it on a timer, but then you can still learn from like also finishing it off. Obviously, you don't have to. And then add a little bit of background too. And then look, I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm going to say 2 minutes plus touch-ups. See? No lying. Yeah. So we're gonna say this experiment was a bit of a disaster, and you know what? That's okay. I think maybe if I do videos on time drawing exercises, I might do more than 2 minutes. I might do like 5-minute ones, 10-minute ones, so that you can actually get like better results. Because if you really want to fill up sketchbook pages really quick, then you can do 1-minute timer, 2-minute timer, and you can just be flipping through the pages. I mean, I could take one of these and like fill it up in a couple days by just doing 1-minute and 2-minute timed sketches. And it's fun, but I'm not particularly, you know, crazy about these results. So I think what I would then do, see this green is more correct for this. This would have been the right green. That would have been perfect if I found this green to begin with. So what I'm gonna do then is 5 and 10-minute, maybe even 15-minute, maybe 20-minute, you know, stuff like that. Like that. So yeah. Okay, well, that's it for my video today. Let me know what you guys think of my video all about sketchbook stuff. And if you have any ideas or suggestions of what you want to see in the future, any questions you want answered, any products you want reviewed, sketch along with me videos, draw with me videos, drawing tutorials, what else is there? Live streams, whatever. You guys let me know and I'll try to make it happen for you. Thanks. Bye.